My name is Dominique Gray. Alright, I'm here to talk to everybody about the Big D. Alright, anybody know what the Big D is?
Dallas?
Dallas? No. Yeah, Reggie. Alright, funny? No. Alright, the Big D I'm talking about today is divorce, actually. Alright, so according to divorcerates.org, 50% of marriages in America end in divorce. Unfortunately, my parents were part of that statistic. Alright, so hopefully what you all can take away from this is that change does happen. It's evident that it's going to happen, but if you're able to adapt to it, it can be for the better, and my parents' divorce actually taught me that. So what I'm going to walk you all through is what life was like for my family before their divorce, what life was like during their divorce, and how life is now that my parents are divorced. So if you look up at the screen, these are my parents. They were married for 22 years. They had 3 children. And my mother was actually retired. But life before the divorce, everybody was happy. My sister and myself were enrolled in a lot of activities. I played sports. She did the music side. So my dad came to all of my sports, basketball tournaments. My mom went to all of the artistic things that my sister did. Everybody was happy. Every Saturday we'd go to church, and then that night we'd do our Sabbath dinner. Sunday morning we'd go to brunch, and then that afternoon we'd go to a matinee movie. So my mom's maiden name was Matthews, my dad's last name Gray, so that was kind of cool. I just thought I'd add that in there. Those are my happy parents. One specific event that I remember is we traveled across country by train. We went to Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Washington, Louisiana. We were actually in New Orleans a week before Hurricane Katrina, and we actually got out. And the next storm, my parents divorced in a figurative manner. We wouldn't survive as a family. So now that you guys know a little bit of the background about how my family was before the divorce, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you what life was like during the divorce. So my dad traveled a lot. He worked for Child Protective Services, so he went to go visit his at-risk youth. And so before he went, because we never know when he would come back, he would give my mom flowers. He'd kiss her goodbye. He'd hug her goodbye. I noticed that that wasn't happening anymore. My parents weren't happy with one another. So my dad and I actually went to a basketball tournament one weekend. He was driving. So I asked him if my parents were okay, if they were going to get a divorce. And I remember him specifically telling me, Dominique, we're fine, nothing's going to happen. Your mom and I are okay. A week after that, my mom approached me and let me know that we were moving. And I was confused. Why are we moving? What's going on? And my mom said, your dad and I are divorcing. And I was hurt. I was angry with my mom for delivering the news to me. I was mad at my dad because I felt betrayed, like he had lied to me. I was leaving all my childhood memories behind. If you see up there, there's a grapefruit tree. There was a grapefruit tree that grew in our backyard that was, grew every winter. We'd pick it, we'd slice it, we'd pour sugar on it, we'd eat it, we'd enjoyed it. My brother, my sister, and myself, we grew up in that house. That's the pool I learned to swim at. Pinata. I had my birthday at my house for 16 years growing up. And so now that you guys know what life was like before the divorce, during the divorce, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what life is like now. It's still hard to sit and talk about it clearly. I'm able to joke about it every once in a while, but it's still obviously hard. Now that my parents are no longer together, though, I realize that it was for the better. Change was for the better because both of them are happy being separate. My dad's happy living the bachelor life. My mom's happy being single, raising my grandson, living with me and my sister. So things change. Life changes. Sometimes it's for the better. I realized in that situation that it was for the better because both of my parents are a lot happier apart. So if you can adapt and accept that change is going to happen, it can be for the better.